A very warm morning to my dear children. Welcome you all after a mini vacation. I hope everyone had enjoyed your vacations. And getting back to our study part, last week we have started with our history chapter number 3, that is religious synthesis. In that we have studied that how India is diversified in religion and languages, but still it is united. Even we have seen the work of different saints, how they brought unity in the society, awareness in the society by preaching the people. Today we are going to move ahead with the next part of the lesson, and in that we are going to see the information provided by Sri Bhasaveshwar, Manmat Swami. We are going to see Mahanubhav Pant by Chakradhar Swami and some compositions of Mahanubhav Pant. Even we are going to see Sikhism, that is teachings of Guru Nanak, and the Sufi sect and the teachings provided by them. So let's begin with the explanation part. Sant Basaveshwar was a sant in Karnataka, the south part of India. He spread the Lingayat stream of thought. According to him, religion should be treated equally. There should not be any caste distinction in the society. Even he laid emphasis on equality between genders. That is, men and women should be treated equally. He completely opposed the caste system and stressed the importance on dignity of labor. According to him, work should be worshipped rather than following distinction between castes. One should be judged based on its merits rather than caste distinction. According to him, his well-known saying is Kaya Kave Kailas, that means work is Kailas. Work is worship. Whatever work you do, not only in your past what you did, but at present or in the future if you are going to do, you should see that you completely focus on your work. If you are focused on your work, definitely you will get success in that. According to Sant Basaveshwar, he believed that work should be given importance. Even he encouraged women's participation in his movement. According to him, he thought that gender equality should be there in the society. That is why men and women should be treated equally. So he had laid emphasis on women's participation in his movement. He believed in equality in the society, based on religion also as well as gender. So men and women belonging to all castes began to participate in the religious discussions. And these discussions were conducted in the hall named Anubhava Mantappa. Sri Basaveshwar conveyed his teaching in the language of the people. He had focused on teaching people in regional language so that people can easily become aware about the equality in the society. So, regional language was selected by Sri Basaveshwar, that is Kannada, through the medium of Vachan literature. His work had a great impact on society, and his followers have composed their work in Marathi also. They had translated the work in Marathi also to preach the people in many different regions. Of these compositions, Param Rahasya composed by Manmat Swami is very well known. Why? Because it also brought equality in the society to make people aware about the importance of equality and religious belief in society. Many other sons were there. In Karnataka include Pamp, Purandar Das and others who had composed devotional verses in Kannada. To make people aware about the importance of equality, devotional verses were made in Kannada language, that is the regional language. In the 13th century, Chakradhar Swami founded the Mahanubhav Panth in Maharashtra. In this organization, everyone was taught to preach Lord Krishna. Devotion to God is one. You cannot differentiate to God on the basis of religion. This sect preaches devotion to Krishna, and Chakradhar Swami was having a guru named Sri Govind Prabhu, who had guided him to preach God and to make people aware about the equality in the society. The followers of Chakradhar Swami included men and women belonging to all castes and creeds. We know that he did not make any differentiate between caste or religion. He believed in equality in the society. That is why he supported equality. Even he traveled to many parts of Maharashtra preaching in Marathi, in the regional language, to make people understand about the equality in the society, as well as to preach God, to devote God. And it is the one method where we can devote God. God does not make any kind of distinction. He even preferred Marathi instead of Sanskrit. Why? Because Sanskrit was a difficult language to understand. So he thought that he would preach in Marathi, in the regional language, to make people understand. This led to the development of the Marathi language, and many works were composed in Marathi. Many of his writings were composed in Marathi so that people should make understand about the importance of equality in society. This sect mainly spread in the Vidarbha and Marathwada regions of Maharashtra. In these two places of Maharashtra, this sect had gained more importance and people started developing their mind. In the same way, in Riddhipur in Vidarbha is an also important place for the people of this sect. That is, which sect it would be? Mahanubhav Panth. This sect had reached up to far away regions like the Punjab and Afghanistan. You can see in the map that it had spread not only in Maharashtra but towards the north part of India also. So it started gaining importance in different regions of Maharashtra as well as India. Do you know some of the main compositions of the followers of Mahanubhav Panth are Leela Charitra compiled by Mahim Bhatt describing the work of Chakradhar Swami, Dhavle of the first Marathi poetess Mahadamba, Sutrapath and Drishtantpath compiled by Keshavbas, Vacha Haran of Damodar Pandit, Shishupal Vadha of Bhaskar Bhatt Borkar, and Rukmini Swayamvar of Narendra. These are the well-known compositions of the followers who had followed Mahanubhav Panth. You can see in the slide the images of Mahim Bhatt, Mahadamba and Damodar Pandit who had been the followers of Mahanubhav Panth and had composed different compositions to bring equality in the society. And by the means of preaching to God, equality can be present or maintained in the society. Do you know many of the conversations were written by Sant Eknath to bring Hindu and Muslim equality in the society? Importance was given from the point of view of religious harmony. Many of the Muslim saints also had tried to do so. One of them among was Sheikh Muhammad, who had tried his great efforts to bring religious equality in the society. So during that time, Hindus and Muslim sons both took initiative to bring religious equality, religious harmony in the society. Guru Nanak was the first Guru of Sikh religion. He was the founder of Sikhism. His work has to be mentioned as a great attempt to bring religious equality in the society. He visited many of the holy places of both Hindus and Muslims. After visiting to Mecca, a holy place of Muslims, he realized that the feeling of devotion is same everywhere. It cannot be differentiated. That is, Hindus and Muslims gods are not different. The way to worship God is similar. So everywhere equality should be there in the society. He taught people that all should be treated equally in the society. In front of God, everyone is equal. God had not discriminated anyone on the basis of caste, religion, or gender inequality. His teachings also aimed at achieving Hindu and Muslim unity in the society. He emphasized chaste behavior. Now, what it means that kind, humble, polite, and pure feeling for other, so that through these means only one can achieve equality in the society. And once you achieve this equality in the society, automatically the way to devote God would be similar. Many people were influenced or inspired by the teachings of Guru Nanak. Because of that, the numbers of followers started increasing day by day. The followers of Guru Nanak are known as Sikhs or Shishyas. That means disciples or the followers of Guru Nanak. The Adi Grantha, also known as Guru Granth Sahib, is the holy book of Sikhs. Now we are aware about different religions in our country. Every religion is having their holy book, like Hindus have Bhagavad Gita, Muslims have Quran, Christians have Bible. In the same way, Sikhs are also having their holy book, that is Guru Granth Sahib. Every holy book teaches us moral values. We all are aware that these teachings are inculcated in our life. So, in the same way, the Adi Grantha also includes the composition of Guru Nanak, Sant Namdev, Sant Kabir, and many other sons. Guru Nanak was succeeded by 9 gurus of the Sikhs. In all total, we are having 10 gurus in Sikhs, and Guru Gobind Singh was the 10th Guru of Sikhism. After Guru Gobind Singh, by his orders, Guru Granth Sahib is considered to be the holy book and is being followed in Sikhism. And to worship him is the only order passed by all the Gurus of Sikhs. Moving on to the last part of the lesson is the Sufi sect. This sect belongs to Islam. The Sufi saints believe that God is full of love and the only way to reach Him is through love and devotion. The main teachings are love for all living beings, meditation, and simple living. If you remember, up till now we have studied about different movements and different saints. They all teach us the value of equality, and the way to devote God is one. You cannot make any differentiate based on religion. So, one can adopt the simple living, and meditation can help to reach to the God. You can see in the slide the different Sufi saints like Khwaja Moinuddin Chishti, Sheikh Nizamuddin Awliya. These were the great saints of Sufi, and they even thought to bring unity in the Hindu and Muslim communities. Sufi music was the main purpose to bring equality in the society, and this had played a valuable contribution to even Indian music. The path of bhakti taught by the saints was very easy to understand to the common people. Why? Because it was provided in the regional language, which taught equality in the society. The saints taught equality between man and woman, and through this method, they would bring devotion to the God as well as religious harmony in the society. The common people found them close to their heart because it was explained in the simple terms in their regional language, which motivated people to bring equality and unity in the society. The Bhakti movement has contributed greatly to the making of the Indian culture. This was the first step put by the saints to bring religious equality in the society through devotion of God. Through worshipping to God is equal in all religion. So that was the method adopted by different saints. Here we end with our chapter and with our video. I hope you have understood the video. In this video, we have seen that how different saints of India had tried to bring religious equality in the society. Even the way of worshipping to God is equal in all the religions. When God is not discriminating any one of us, then even we don't have right to discriminate others on the basis of religion. Here we end up with our chapter, and I hope you have understood the video. We will be meeting in the next video with the next chapter for history. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Have a good day.